What's up? We're back in the world with our magical blah blah blah. No, and all things considered, I started looking a little bit more into the magic side of things after the last episode, and I'm like, oh yeah, I should be able to advance pretty quickly. I made a pure daisy, same old recipe with just 4 white petals with water, and away you go, right? So, boom, just like so. You get some water in there and the petals, and I'll just show you quickly how to do it, right? Just like that. I need another one anyways, so never hurts to have a couple of extra ones of these, and bam, another pure white daisy. So I was like, oh yeah, we can advance so quick. This is great. We can progress through this nicely, but, I found out very quickly that that is not the case. So I managed to get Living Rock. Living Rock is just with Arcane Stone, and that's really easy to make. But Living Wood is required to make Infused Wood, which requires some more Astral Sorcery. So I'm like, you know what? Let's take a step back. We jumped into Britannia. We jumped into all those gates and stuff like that, but I think we need to do some astral sorcery, and we need to do at least some temporary magical things. Now, I do want this general area to be our Britannia area, and I got to terraform and clean it up, like getting rid of some of these windy gardens and stuff like that. These are fine. I like this over here, actually, and we want to get into the bees a little bit as well. As we go, we got some Valiant drones. Ooh, you guys didn't even know that I was doing bees, did you? That's because I just started a minute ago. No, but all things considered, I want to kind of advance a little bit as we go. Did I just sleep off the night? I'm so used to sleeping at night with the astral sorcery stuff, I can't. So, we need to make ourselves a light well, which is right here, which is good. So, let's grab ourselves our resonating wand and click, and we should be getting our light well. Now, I had to go find rock crystals as well, so that it was found near bedrock. I just had to go mine on my own, basically. And the light well, blah, 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 liquid starlight. Place it with clear view of the sky, and place a rock crystal or aquamarine in it, and wait for it to liquefy. So that process only happens at night, which is good to know. A coleslaw burger. Never eaten that before. Cool. So it's good to know that only happens at nighttime, right? So we can take like this last aquamarine that I have and kind of just put it in there. And as you can see, it doesn't just work at nighttime. Maybe it just works better at nighttime. It only processes during the night. I beg to differ. Because we are currently getting it right now. So there. We need to get like a liquid bucket of starlight. That's not too bad. We'll see how long or how much that gives us. I'm not actually too sure how much one of those gets us. We already have this Phosic resonator, which I have no clue what that does. I'm still kind of exploring as we go. But the other thing that this allows to do is it allows to get the infused wood. Infused wood's pretty cool. I like the idea of it. But basically you throw wood into liquid starlight to get infused wood. And now that infused wood we can use around that pure daisy to get the living wood. Okay, so that gave us 208. That's not a lot. That's really not a lot. Okay. That's a little bit of a problem, I think. I'm pretty sure I have some more aquamarine stuff around somewhere, but I don't think I do up here. Did I stash it? Nether quartz, black quartz ore. Why is that not going anywhere? It's supposed to. Yeah, good. Peridot ore is supposed to go somewhere too. Yeah. I don't remember if I put it somewhere or not. Well, this is rather inconvenient, to say the least. It doesn't really look like it, does it? White sandstone. Yeah, not looking all that good. I got some of the Thaumcraft stuff in here, which we might end up moving to our Thaumcraft area, which we will have to do at some point in time. I can't remember if we need Thaumcraft right out of the get-go or not, but just one of those things to consider. Yeah, not looking all that different or positive or anything like that. So let's go down and take a look. Let's eat our coleslaw burger. Might as well. I'm starting to finally like get run out of food and stuff like that. So it's really good. All of this is working great. So these guys are basically producing almost nothing at this point in time. Very minimal. Our ethylene is usually full almost all the time while we're running all of our machines and stuff like that. So that's all working great. These guys are all working as intended whenever I put ore in. So that's good. And we have no backlogs of anything that should be stored elsewhere. So yeah, all of that's really good. Okay, I do have some aquamarine here. Which way is the most efficient way to produce this? Pulverizer gives me 6. That's pretty good. Crusher gives me 2. That's not so good. Enrichment chamber gives me 2, 3, 3. Kind of looks like pulverizer, doesn't it? Smelting gives 3 alone. Yeah, I'm just going to throw these guys in the pulverizer quick. Because might as well. There you go. 18 of them. Done. Right? Pretty straightforward to me. And the other thing that I want to check is I want to look at my config on there because I have not gotten any rock, crystal, ore, or anything like that from this system. And I'm wondering if I shouldn't be, if you know what I mean. So we might have to look into that as well. I'm going to wait till nighttime, and then I'm going to try the next crystal on here and see if we get more liquid starlight. Because if we don't, it's going to be a bit of a pain overall. I mean, I know we can put something like a rock crystal in there to generate a little bit more, and there's a few other things that you can put into that light well to generate more, but yeah, I definitely want to get there pretty quickly and pretty cost effective as well. So the other thing too, I've read a lot of different things. I do have plans. Apparently the higher up in the sky, the better. You know, there's a lot of little things with astral sorcery that you have to be aware of when you start producing all that stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of little details that we definitely want to take advantage of. So there'll be some changes coming here shortly, okay, with our setup there, and we do need to set up a base. So what was I looking for again? Diorite? No. What was I looking for? Oh yeah, my bucket. I swear I have a bucket somewhere around here. Sadly, the ender bucket here doesn't really work for most recipes. Do I? I swear I had a bucket somewhere. Anyways, I'll find my bucket. Okay, so we're coming up on nighttime here. We're almost there. It'll probably start to fill up. As you can see, it's dusk. We're getting fuller and fuller. I'm going to make this grindstone here as well. It's a pretty cheap recipe. Overall, pretty easy to make. And just to complete that quest, I don't think we'll end up using it. Most of the grindstone stuff, it'll only be used for specialty things like the stardust itself. But yeah, so that's one of those things. And then, okay, so we're nighttime. Let's put this in there and let's see if we get any more out of it. So the last one was 208. This one, we'll see if it's anything greater than that, right? But anyways, let's claim our grindstone. I guess it's also used to sharpen things, right? I think. So that might be useful. I think that will be useful. So this should at least be 416, right? Because the other one gave us, 208. I'm hoping for more, right? For whatever reason. I kind of hope that there's more. But it might just be the same. Oh, no. Yeah, look at that. So at nighttime, it lasts a little bit longer. Now, I'm not sure if it's even random or anything like that, but that's something to focus on. Very good. Very, very good. Outside of that, I need to get my bucket of liquid starlight, and that's going to open up at least a couple of things here and kind of get things started for the most part. The other thing, too, is things like the Starlight Crafting Altar, right? I looked at this one. we could pretty much build this, except for the niter, right? Niter in general, I can't find the right one. There we go. We have to unlock it through, you know, Thaumcraft, right? So this is what I mean by the magic mods are a little bit more intertwined, I feel, than some of the tech ones were. And that's why I kind of focused on tech to begin with, right? And, you know, went fully into tech, basically. So we got a little bit of that going on. We got some good things either way happening. Look at that. She's almost full. Ooh, that's full of starlight. I love it. Oh, yeah. Look at how much longer this lasts. That's way more efficient. So that's very good. That's excellent to see. All right, so we're almost at our liquid bucket. And I believe it's like anything else. You just right-click. Exporting this to a tank and automating this would probably be a good idea. But I don't really know how that would all work. So there we go. Liquid bucket. Claim. It has a bunch of different uses. And then the Phosic Resonator will highlight areas that receive a larger than normal amount of starlight, but only at night. Okay. So we have this. Let's see. How does this work? How does this work? Is there like a little thing? I'm not too sure. Cave Illuminators. More of them. Wow. That's crazy. Ring of Haste. Okay, it finally broke. So that almost gave us an entire bucket for one aquamarine. That's really good. I'm very happy about that. A Ring of Haste. Blaze Stored. Actually, additions. No clue what that is. But yeah, that's cool. I'm happy about that. And yeah, so everything's working pretty good. We'll put our Cave Illuminators away. We got this Ring of Haste. I have no clue what it does. I don't know how to use this Phosic Resonator, so I'll have to look that up. The real question here is, so if I now put myself with a hole and the liquid starlight in there, you know, pretty straightforward, nothing crazy going on so far. And now we go and get a little bit of wood. So let me go get some wood, and we'll see if we can't get that infused wood so that we can get the living wood as well, right? Now, I'm not sure. You know what? Let's do this smart. Let's take a whole stack and see how much it'll convert. I hope it's not 1. Because in the script or whatever, it kind of looked like 1 for the most part. Oh, it gives you night vision. Well, that's handy. Hi, friends. Where did you all come from? I walk away for 1 minute, and you all just come out. I see how it is. You missed. Holy crikey at the mobs. Ah, baby. Okay. You guys don't even hurt me. It's actually a little pathetic. Not gonna lie. You should probably get good. You should probably get good. You know, it's funny, because I was actually thinking about that the other day. Like, remember at the start when everything was so scary and mean and whatnot, and now it's like, you are weak. So, yeah. Alright, we're going to throw all that in. I'll just roll down here so that we don't automatically pick it up. And we'll see what it does. We'll see what it converts, right? I mean, that's the bulk of it here. I don't really know how else to do it. So, yeah, we'll just leave it for now. And I'll come back and see if we get, like, infused wood or what we get here, right? And how much of it we get and all that kind of stuff. All right, so we got most of it. And I went and made myself a tank so that we can, you know, store it as we get enough. But I waited out the entire night. I tried piping it with Flue Duct. Wouldn't work. So I'll have to find another way to capitalize on that. But the other thing is, it did not utilize the liquid starlight. And I dropped a whole bunch of wood in there. So now we have all this infused wood, which has a whole bunch of cool little recipes and stuff like that, which is really cool. There's a lot of different things that you can kind of do with it. But my main focus right now is I just want to get some living wood. So we throw this guy down around the pure daisy. It's going to take about a minute, give or take, to get everything rocking and rolling there. So in the meantime, we'll cruise on back. I'll check to see, you know what, let's go up here first, and then I'll run down. I'll check on my power cell, and we'll return a few other goodies just to make good on a couple of things. So we'll do this. Those did not work. I'm going to put the Ring of Haste in there for now. I'm unaware of what it does, so I'll have to look that one up in the Actually Additions book later on. So yeah, as you can see, we just filled that up, and you can see that our ethylene is pretty much full again, right? I mean, yeah, it's going to fill up here right quick. Our biofuel's backed up, you know, pretty much 100%. And yeah, the system's working pretty good. I think from there we could potentially utilize like an additional gas burning generator if required. So yeah, we're kind of at that point overall. So good little information to kind of play around with and figure out. Moo moo. Moo, 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 moo. All right, there we go. We got ourselves our living wood. Let's collect it all. Vein miner works great for that, by the way. Just saying. And we got another quest completed. Very good. The only other thing that we need to do is we need to advance in general on a lot of things, right? On a lot of this stuff. So over here, it looks like we are looking at a mana spreader, an open crate. There's a mana pool. Right? And what all do we need? Basic energy IO crystals. Dang. All right. Cool. So let's take a quick look at things like a mana pool, because I would like to get some of this started so that we can get a few things going. So we need some light blue dye along with some living rock to get a diluted mana pool. We need a rock crystal, and we need a light gray and a white petal block, which is basically just a whole bunch of that stuff, which is okay, and I'll show you why. So we need light gray, and we need white. Okay, excellent. Let's grab at least a couple of those, and we need a couple of tools here. So we're going to need shears, which are right here. I have my obsidian shears, and we're going to need some bone meal or fertilizer. I have a whole bunch of bones, so it'll probably end up being bone meal. I don't know why I keep turning left there. It's so much slower than the other way, but that's okay. All right, so let's get some bone meal. That's not enough. That's not enough at all. Let's get some bone meal. Let's get some bone meal proper. Do I care to be efficient with my bone meal at this point in time? I mean, I get 6 just from a pulverizer. I could probably just run it through my pulverizers quick. We might as well. We got some time. Hopefully after this episode, I'll be back, you know, and we'll be, I'll be back to recording and everything and getting things going again, from my work trip. So yeah, all good things. Pretty much almost back, which is great at this point, and hopefully my trip went really, really well. I don't foresee it being a problem, but hopefully it went better than I can even predict. So anyways, we got some bone meal. That's great. Now, the best way to do this stuff for Britannia is a small little trick, but it's nothing new, nothing crazy. Nothing's really changed, but you can plant these on grass, and then you can bone meal them to get the taller form of them, right? And then from there, you can take your shears, just like this, and then you shear them, right? This is pretty much the best way to go. And then you convert them back into basically double. So you can double your setup pretty darn quickly with minimal effort to get your petals, all right? Now, it doesn't help if you need the actual flower itself for any recipes or anything like that, but it will help in terms of just getting the petals that you require. And that should basically be about all that you're looking for once you get to this stage. Once you've found at least one of each flower, you're usually pretty good. So there we go. So as you can see, we now have 32 and 48 of these petals. So now when we talk about, oh, I need 9 of each, it's not nearly as terrible to kind of make these petal blocks, right? So to get the light gray and the white, those are 2 that we need for our craft here, along with our rock crystal. I don't know which one's good. You know what I mean? I guess I'll go with the small one, I guess. I don't know. I'm just guessing here. I'm just guessing. I don't really know too much about this whole setup. So there's that. There's that. Diluted mana pool does require me to get at least 1 more living rock. I have 1 more arcane stone, so I can easily do that. That guy is just continually producing, and I'm not going to complain about it. Not in the slightest. How did I get that? Oh, shears, I bet. I bet it was from shears. All right, cool. Cool stuff. So things are going well. I need 1 more living rock and light blue dye to get the other setup here. Now, with all these flowers and such, you can get dye really easily as well. Blue dye is probably one of the easiest to get anyways with the lapis and basically bone meal. So I'm not too concerned here to just do this recipe. There we go. Light blue dye. Got it. And all of that kind of jam. So it's pretty easy. It's pretty straightforward. Excellent. Not picking up any more junk at the moment. All right. I just need this. Hurry up. Come on. Come on, game. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Beautiful. Let's pocket craft this diluted mana pool, just like so. And let's make ourselves an actual mana pool from Botania. Very nice. We can get that going. Claim. I already had the Mana Seer Monocle. We already have Mana Steel from like quest rewards and everything. So we just unlocked a whole bunch of things, basically. So that's all good. Next up would be like the Runic Altar and progressing down some of that stuff. A lot of these we'd already have as well, which is really good, just from all the quest rewards. The next one here is we need to get ourselves a mana spreader and then the Wand of the Forest, okay? And that's pretty important in the setup of all of this stuff. Oh god, those are garbage rewards. Okay. That's very important in the setup of most of this stuff that we're dealing with here. So, what I'm going to do is we're going to set down just a mana pool right there for now. I don't know if it's perfectly staying there or anything like that, but for now it's going to have a home just right there. And let's look at getting ourselves a mana spreader. Okay. Very good. What do we need? A lime petal block, illumination powder, which we have not made. Ooh, see? This is some of the stuff. Now we're stuck. We can't get the yellow niter, the illumination powder, any other way. So this is a point where I look at this and I go, okay, great. That's good to know. But now we need to go start Thaumcraft, right? And I don't have a way. I mean, I guess we could maybe get started. How are we looking at it on time? I think we could probably get started on it. Let's at least get ourselves the Thaumonomicon, I guess. And then we'll go from there. This Tesla coil, I'm just going to throw in the garbage. Because, yeah, I really don't care. I really don't care about those anymore. I've got like 10 of them over there just doing nothing. So, yeah. Okay, perfect. So, let's get started on the Thaumonomicon. Because we haven't even started Thaumcraft at all. So, what we need to do is we need to make Salus Mundus. Salus Mundus, you take 3 V crystals of different types and combine them with redstone dust by crafting them with a flint and bowl. Now, I don't know why it can't just actually tell us the recipe other than a big old, thing like this. But basically what we need to do is we need to take 3 V crystals of different types, combine them with redstone by crafting them with flint and a bowl. Okay, so we need flint, we need a bowl. I know I have a bowl somewhere. There's a bowl. right there. We need to get ourselves 3 different crystals like that. So we have the 3 different crystals. We have a bowl, we have that, and we need a piece of redstone. Salus Mundus. Okay? The bowl and the flint does not get utilized. That's a nice little feature, right? You don't have to recreate them, so that's good. And that, with an oak bookshelf, should give us our Thaumonomicon. So, if I place down the oak bookshelf, I click with the Salus Mundus, we magical up that, and we got ourselves the Thaumonomicon. Very nice. So, we claim that, and we have started Thaumcraft. Now, this one isn't even a gate. This is pretty much given to you at the beginning. We've just pretty much avoided it, as bad as it sounds. So, yeah. I'm not sure how many of these we can complete with some of the stuff we have. I think I have great wood. Sadly, I used up that arcane stone, but that's okay. There's a great wood, so we can claim that, I think. Yeah, good. Get those 2 done. And, yeah, and then the rest. So, I think this is a pretty good spot to kind of call it. Sadly, I don't really have time to jump into all of the Thaumcrafty stuff today. So I think that we've started it. I think it's good. This will get us into the process of, there's your Salus Mundus recipe, and getting like an arcane workbench, research table, all of that type of stuff from this book. The thing with Thaumcraft is, the reason I've avoided it is I wanted to build this nice base. And I didn't want Thaumcraft to potentially mess it up with taint and some of the negative effects that Thaumcraft can have. So my Thaumcraft area is actually going to be over here in the magical woods. And I just have not made, a full path and everything like that to get over here, right? I was kind of thinking in this general area on the other side of these meteors. You have these nice big great woods. You have a silver wood right here. It feels magical in this area, right? It's a magical forest for a reason. So I was thinking over there. So that requires quite a bit of work. I'm not going to lie, for us to get that done. This pathway needs to go out to our nether portal and then maybe even divert off into our magical area. It's going to be a little bit of ways from our base because we don't want to ruin our area too much, right? We have the Botania there. The Astral Sorcery, I think, is going to go on this hill with a minor tweak or 2. And, yeah, so that's kind of the start of our magical area, right? The Mystical Agriculture, I haven't decided yet what that's going to do. And it might just be further down here. We might do like another farm system. This is our general greenhouse. That'll be our magical greenhouse over there. So there's a lot of really good things that we are about to endeavor upon. So for now, that's going to be it. Make sure you subscribe, leave a like, comment, hit me up. Love to hear it. And have a good one. Bye-bye.